TAHITI la Orana na te pai tatahi e whaitei tōna here ia hiro I tihatia marania biru birma o ana iri na varava e te more more tahi no hinu hia te mono I tiare te here ia hiro te taurea te haere haere ne o ana itie na te pai tatahi e whaitei tōna here ia hiro I tihatia marania biru birma o ana iri na varava e te more more tahi no hinu hia te mono I tiare te here ia hiro te tawea ahi o naya ana pura pura mai te mana I roto I tōna mata te mana o tōna here ia hiro ahi o naya ana pura pura mai te mana I roto I tōna mata te mana o tōna here ia hiro te moe moe ane o hiro ia ana te poti te riro mai te o e whetia te ana te moe moe ane o hiro ia ana te poti te riro mai te o e whetia ua puero hiro I te ere
ahi o naya ana pura pura mai te mana I roto I tōna mata e mana o tōna here ia hiro
ahi o naya ana pura pura mai te mana I roto I tōna mata te mana o tōna here ia hiro te taurea ti amai te tonu mai raro roa mai te No te amai, no atu te aore. I te mahana, e aho i te ie, au i te po. Ua tae roa mai, e whātai, i tōna reo e. Ia whaaru e i tōri tahito, ahi o atia tonu mai te ina a. Watatau ia oe i te aru moana, ia tutau ia oe i te here o te tā. Mai te mea e maro loa te iri, mai atu te varua, e mamai te mea, e ura iara, mai te rā, o te ura hopea, a ko aia, no te here, o te mai. Ia whaaru e i tōri tahito, ahi o atia tonu mai te hina a. Watatau ia oe i te aru moana, ia tutau ia oe i.
Tomorrow when we are sailing away from Fatohiva, the captain will be kind of driving or sailing very close to the shoreline of Fatohiva. So we will have a beautiful sail away from the island tomorrow, so stay on the open decks and you will see beautiful scenes and very close as well. So it's definitely something to remember for tomorrow afternoon.
Tahito, tahio atia tonu mai te hina. Watatau ia oe i te aru moana, ia tutau ia oe i te here o te sa.
Gauguin lived in Peru. Why? Okay, his father had been a revolutionary Napoleon III era journalist who was against the Bonapartes. Okay, in 1850, the Bonapartes came back into power with Napoleon III, the emperor, who made himself emperor, and his father. So Gauguin's father had to flee. Gauguin was 2 years old. They got on a ship, Gauguin, his mother, his father, and his sister, to sail towards Lima, Peru, where Aline Gauguin, Gauguin's wife, had relatives. Unfortunately, for Clovis, Gauguin's father, he died at sea after the ship had gone around the bottom of South America and was heading towards its first port, and he died. And nobody ever knew where his body was, but because of the DNA, we just found his body. So that's another story I have to tell you about. But so Gauguin and his mother and sister headed on and went to Lima. So can you imagine a young kid from France experiencing Lima, Peru for the ages between 2 and 6? The colors, the different languages, the whole different culture. So Gauguin, from that very early age, was curious about other cultures. So that's when he came of age. He really had no ambitions. He didn't go to university. So his mother said, "Go sailing." So he went into the merchant marine and sailed up and down the east and west coast of America for a couple of years, and then finally came back to Paris to get serious about life and got a job as an accountant. So he was never a stockbroker, he was an accountant. And so here he is, dressed in the very bourgeois, high fashion of Paris. Here was his wife. He married a very bourgeois Danish wife met God, and they led a very normal Paris life, Parisian life for a number of years. They had 5 children, and Gauguin worked hard, he saved money, and what did he do with his money? He bought Impressionist art. That was the avant-garde art of the time. So, but what caused him suddenly to turn around 5 or 6 years later and go off to Brittany, let his hair grow, and dress in, here's a wonderful Breton embroidered vest. A very, very different persona.
And again, especially to Tahiti. There are lots of lime trees in the Marquesas, very, very good, and many varieties also. They ship bananas, they ship mangoes, they ship plantains. This banana on the right-hand side, this orange one, is called fei. It's also orange in the inside, and it's very delicious. So another income to sell their fruits. Sometimes also, actually, they sell goats. It's also an animal that you will see everywhere in the islands, in the Marquesas. You have many, many goats there. Another income, especially for young people, is in the last years, they can be a guide. Tourists are coming more and more, but on a very slow pace, to the Marquesas Islands, thanks to ships like the Paul Gauguin or other little cruise ships. So Marquesans are very proud of their own culture. There are a lot of archaeological sites that we will have the possibility also to visit. So they can guide the visitors through their island, being their ambassadors, and also what they can do is they can rent out their cars with driver, another source of income. So it's not one income that for one family, but you have to find several sources to make a living. And last but not least, very important also are handicrafts. And Marquesans are really gifted artisans. Already their ancestors have made these beautiful tiki figures, like this one here, tiki figures representing ancestors. Mark Eddowes was talking about them this morning in his lecture. And what is really great is not only carvings, but also they made these beautiful head dresses made of mother of pearl, of turtle shell, or finely woven fans. That was an insignia for the chiefs and chieftesses. And the great thing is that the descendants, the people today living in the islands, they keep going on with this carving tradition. And you will have the possibility in the islands to visit small handicraft markets. And so you will see what they are able to do. These beautiful wooden bowls, carved bowls, or tiki, more modern style tiki, either in wood or in stone also. You can watch them, you can look at them, you can buy them, of course. to and especially the men are working with the stone, and they are really proud of it, and they will show it to you how proud they are. This is Joseph Watite. It's one of the most gifted artists or artisan in the island with a classical war club. Then today also it's a possibility for the kids to learn how to carve, especially in the two bigger islands, Nukuhiva and Hivaoa. And this wood carving, this tradition of wood carving, you can especially see in the Catholic churches, because all of the statues of the saints, of these wood carvings in these churches are made by local artists. And when you are in Nukuhiva, that will be the last island in the Marquesas, the fourth island, don't miss to go and visit the cathedral there, because all the wood carvings in there are made by local artists. So it's a really great thing. There is a special carving going on in Tahuata. That will be our second day in the Marquesas, and they carve bones. In the past, they used human bones. They don't do it anymore today, don't worry. So all these carvings are made of cow bones. Beautiful made, and this guy on the left-hand side, Kiki Barsinos, actually started it about 20 years ago. He was the first one who did these carvings on stone. Cyril, on the right-hand side, you will meet in Tahuata when we'll go to the little village of Hapatoni. And he learned with Kiki, and actually now he surpassed him. So he is doing real master works. So bone carvings as jewelry, as decorative objects, really great. Not to miss.
Noa Noa.
Told me I should try this. I can't do that.